Hey guys, it's that time again. It's another tutorial in Flash, and we're gonna pick up with the same picture that we did the line art for. Starting off, I'm just gonna make a copy of this line art, and I'm gonna paste it on the layer above. Control Shift Z, Control Shift V is paste in place. I want to keep a copy just in case I screw up this one, or if I want to change the color of the line art later on, and I can change it really easily with that extra line art layer. But this is going to be pretty much the way you think it would be. I'm just going to select colors and use the fill bucket tool to fill in. So it's pretty simple. Pick your color and fill. I'm going to time lapse through this little part because you already know how to do this, and we'll pick up after I have these all filled in. Alright, our colors are filled in. We'll click save. I like to use these desaturated colors. I don't know. It feels nicer to me. But okay, we've got our colors filled in. Next I'm gonna get like a kind of a purpley color. A really light purpley color. I like that one. And I'm gonna just grab my oval tool. I'm gonna drag a circle. Let's get rid of this line on the outside too. And I'm going to select my oval. I'm going to go modify, convert to symbol, and click OK. Make sure it's a movie clip. And over here in the properties, I'm going to go to blending. I'm going to go to multiply. And that's going to give me a multiplied purple. Excuse me. And that's the color I'm going to use for my shading. So this little thing here is what I'm going to sample my colors from. This is how I normally do the shading. It's a little lazy since I'm not picking the colors, myself. I'm just letting this multiplied purple do it for me. But let's see how it goes. For the hair, it's gonna be that color. Okay, so I'm gonna change my pencil tool to red. That way I can see it really easily. And I'm just gonna imagine where I'm gonna have my shades. Something like that. And let's move this out of the way. I'm also going to use the smoothing tool on it just a little bit. Get it a little bit more rounded. And I'm going to move this over here, and I'm going to sample the color. Right here. Move this back away. And when I fill this in, it's going to give me the sampled color. And since I use the pencil tool, I can just click on that line, and it'll delete it only. And there's the shade for the hair, for that part of the hair at least. And we can continue doing this, like I want that part of the ear, I want the forehead, I want all of the nose, and I kind of want a little bit under his chin. And we'll go up like that. And see, this line's all squiggly, so I'm going to smooth it out. Now let's sample the skin. And I'll pull this back away. And I'll just fill in everywhere that there we go. Everywhere that I had selected, even the nose. See, now I don't want the nose to be that color, so I'm going to change it to, it's like not that dark, a little bit darker than the skin. There we go. Now, another way we can get rid of these red lines is we can go and select all, Control A, and then over here where the pencil is, we could just change this to the strikeout, the little transparent thing here, and it gets rid of all the lines, all your line tool lines. So there's the face. Real quick here, I was getting a couple questions on the other tutorial about this little radial menu here. On the Surface Pro, I don't have any express keys like you would on a Wacom or a Wacom tablet. So my shortcuts are set up through my little pin button, and when I click this button, it's got these shortcuts that I set up. I've got undo, 2 undos, delete, save, cut, paste, copy, and select all. So those are the ones that I use the most, and those are the ones that I have set up. But moving on, let's just let's block in some more shades with this line tool. Let's see. His head's gonna be casting the shadow over here, and over here we'll just, I don't know how to really explain how you pick your shades, or well, not pick them, but how you choose where your lines are gonna go. I'm not sure how to explain that. It's just imagine if your character or whatever you're drawing is a three-dimensional object, I guess. I know I'm not the best at it, but that's the end of that sentence. I've got nothing else for that sentence. So, what we've got here so far, we'll go ahead and color in. It's pretty simple. I'm going to keep this up, and I'll time lapse through this little part here, and I will talk to you at the end. Alright, I'm getting rid of my last lines here, and that's pretty much it. It's finished. Not too hard. It's really quick. It didn't take too long at all to do this part. One last little tip here: if you want your outlines to your picture to be a little bolder, we can copy this layer, or all the things on this layer. So we'll go to copy, Control C, and I'm gonna hide this, and underneath the colored layer, here's the colored layer, underneath it we're gonna paste it in place, Control Shift V, and let's go ahead and just make this one solid color. We'll just make it red, and make sure there's no white or anything. So now we're gonna go, and underneath this fill bucket tool is the ink bottle tool. And what this does is it's going to make an outline around this, and it's going to be a line instead of a shape. And it's going to be whatever your pencil tool color is. So I've got my pencil tool color set to the same color that I did for my line art. So I'm going to click, and you might not be able to see it, but there's an outline around it. And when I delete this red, you'll be able to see it. You see that line around it? Now I can select all. I can go down here to my properties, and right here on the stroke, this is how wide that line is. I can, if I'm using a mouse, which I just pulled my mouse out, we can scroll up and it'll go up by 1 pixel. So this is 5 pixels. Let's unhide the colored layer, and we'll deselect the lines. So it's got this thicker border around it. If I hide and then show, you can definitely see the difference in it. And you can also see on the really thin lines that we originally drew, it doubled those up, which that kind of doesn't look that great. So what we can do, let's hide this. Let's see if we can turn this into a fill. Modify shape, convert lines to fills. You see, there was too many connecting pieces, and it just garbaged it up. So let's undo convert lines. And what we will do is we'll go in here, and I will convert that little section. Which that's okay, because those are the pieces that I didn't want. Actually, I guess we don't have to convert those. We can just go in here and cut them out. Now when we come back, you can definitely see that there is a gap between those. Let's go in here, and I'll turn on the onion skinning just so we can see where we are. I'm just going to get my line tool, and I'm going to connect one piece to the other. Where do they connect at? And we'll just bend it in a little bit. We'll do the same up here. We can see that it's going to come to a point about right here. So we'll just connect those. That's okay. Let's undo that one, or unhide. And then when we come back out, we've got this nice little border around it too. So there you go. It's quick and easy. You could select your own colors if you want to, but using this little multiply thing is, it's not even a trick. A lot of people do it, I think. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of other people's drawing videos and things, but the little multiply trick in order to sample your colors for whatever your character or whatever you're drawing is, it works out pretty good. I guess if you're doing like a cel-shaded style instead of like a painty style, which you can't get really a painty style in Flash. I think that's about it. Well, actually, let me load up Photoshop too. We'll do one more thing. Move this out of the way. So we've got this finished. I'm gonna go to File, Export Image. I'm gonna put it on. Oh, I'm gonna put it on the desktop and save it as a PNG. And we're gonna do 24-bit with alpha channel. And what that's going to be is anything that isn't colored in that's attached to the background is going to be transparent. Exporting. Here's Photoshop. We'll go File, Open. We'll go to the desktop. And let's find that image. Here it is. Here we go. Let's go ahead and crop this too. That's good enough. Image, crop. Okay, so let me fold my tablet back out. Okay, so I'm gonna hold down Control and then I'm gonna click the layer, and that's gonna select everything that is on that layer that is not transparent. And you can see he's got a nice little outline going on him. I'm gonna make a new layer above it, and let's pick a couple colors. I like going with a purple. I really like purple. And I like going with like an orange. We'll go purple orange. That's a little too light. You can pick any two colors you want. These are just the colors that I like to pick when I'm doing this little soft thing here. Okay. And now I'm going to go and find the gradient tool, which will be under the paint bucket tool. And let's see which way this is going to go. Okay, that's good. That's fine. I'm going to start from the foot though, and go all the way to the tip of the hair at an angle, like that. And then Control D, deselect. I'm going to go to the gradient layer, and I'm going to go from normal. I'm going to go soft light. There we go. That's fun. And you can always change the hue. Let's see if we can find something a little bit better on the hue and saturation. Let's change the hue. I like that one. I'm going to pull the opacity down just a little bit. There we go. Merge the layers and save it. We'll close that. Okay, Photoshop is saving. We'll close Flash too. Yes, let's save it. And where's it at? Here it is. Oh, it's not done saving. Photoshop, why are you taking so long? 67%? This is why I need a new tablet, because look at this. Saving 67%. This isn't even a large file. There we go, 99%. There we go. So we go back to it, and we've got our colored picture. You don't have to do that extra step in Photoshop, but I just kind of like that soft light gradient. It feels a little cool. You also don't have to do that border outline, but with the simple drawing like this, it kind of makes it feel even more simple and cartoony. But anyways, there you go. There's a coloring tutorial. If you want to know anything, like anything else that I might know how to do in Flash, let me know, and I might do a little video like this, you know. Okay, so that's that. I hope you learned something. If you didn't learn anything, that's cool too. You just hanging out with me while we're talking. Alright, see you next time, guys. Bye.